I am Mercedes Jane. We're hosting automotive and industry experts every week to talk all aspects of what matters most and what's happening now. Let's drive. Hello, Mercedes Jane here with Dante Puccinelli, Sales Floor Manager at MercedesBenz of Stockton. Welcome, Dante.
Thank you, Jane, for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Dante has been with Mercedes-Benz of Stockton 9 years?
On and off for 9 years since I was 16. I'm 25 now, so just kind of working my way through the system here.
Cool. So, give us a little background about yourself and how you got started here.
So, very young age, super into cars, all sorts of cars. Mercedes was one of my favorites. When I turned 15 and a half, 16, Mom and Dad said, hey, you need a job. We're not paying for anything else anymore. You need some spending money. So one of my best friends, still to this day, his family owns Mercedes-Benz of Stockton. And they said, hey, why don't you start washing cars on the weekends? We can do Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's how I got into the car business. Started washing cars, started doing dealer trade drives, driving to other dealers, switching cars around, moving cars around the lot. That's how I got started in the car business.
Very cool.
And
you started out on the weekends, kind of doing small jobs? And
so school during the week, and then, 8-hour shifts Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Went to Delta College after high school. Still worked at, it was Barbarian European Motors at the time. We sold and serviced Mercedes-Benz and Volvo as well. So I was washing cars that were just sold, cars that were being serviced, and then we did courtesy washes back then. So I still remember to this day my grandmother drove a Mercedes, and she would come in on the weekends, get her car washed, and hand me a nice $10 bill to go get some lunch.
Aww.
So that was really sweet. Started doing that while I was at Delta. Transferred to Long Beach State University. When I was down there, I needed some spending money because my parents still cut me off from 16 years old. So went and applied at Mercedes-Benz of Long Beach, which was awesome. I was there for a year and a half. They made me the product specialist. So being around the cars, young, washing them, driving them, I got to learn the product fairly well. And my job was basically as a product specialist to go over all the features, set up phone, Bluetooth, all in the Mercedes-Benz, anything from a 2014 to a brand new, at that time, 2016, 2017. So any Mercedes-Benz model, I was instructing customers how to use them.
Best way to learn there.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
It is still a role Mercedes-Benz really instills in every dealership. It's a mandatory role.
Oh, absolutely.
Product concierge. I think that's so fabulous as these cars have so much technology, and
we get customers that come in 3-4 years later. Hey, I still don't know how to do my massage seats in this car. So we want to make sure our customers are using everything.
You'd think you'd have that one
right?
down. That's
Yeah.
for sure. No. And definitely just that youth with the technology, I think, is so interesting. You're finding younger and younger salesmen, staying in these roles and excelling in these roles because of the technology, and I feel like they kind of grasp that.
Yeah, I agree completely. It's a good salesperson is exciting, fun, knows the product, and a lot of college students, college graduates are excited to get into the real career world and start a job. And I mean, what better product than Mercedes-Benz to learn and teach people how to use this amazing product and share it with our customers. And
very cool.
Yeah.
And so after Long Beach?
After Long Beach, came straight back to Stockton, California. Everyone said, you're crazy. Why are you leaving Southern California? But my family is here. A lot of close friends are here. And I knew I wanted to work for Mercedes-Benz, so came back. I had a Europe trip planned and came in and met my new bosses and said, I'd like to start after my Europe trip. I just graduated. And they said, I don't think so. I think we're going to have you start, maybe tomorrow. So I started the next day, just a few weeks after getting back to Stockton, started full-time as the business development manager. So strictly on the phones, email, basically client follow-up from start to finish. Whether you've purchased a car with us, you haven't purchased a car with us, my job was to stay in touch and basically take care of any needs or questions or concerns that they had.
Very important role.
Yeah, absolutely. So started that, went on my Europe trip, came back, and I've been here ever since.
Very
So,
nice.
yeah.
And your current position, so sales floor manager.
Yeah, so after the business development center, we called it the boiler room. We were just cranking out phone calls left and right. After that, I sold cars for about a year and a half as a sales consultant, and then they made me the sales floor manager. So it's essentially a job that entails everything from business development to being a salesperson to even being taking on heat if there's anything, any problems or anything. I am basically a sales assistant manager. So I get to do a lot, wear a lot of hats here, which is fun. It keeps it fresh, keeps me busy. So
That's great.
Yeah.
Helpful role too. What is your favorite part about your current role? Like, what do you enjoy the most?
My favorite part is that I get to talk to customers every single day. As a salesperson, you might be making phone calls, sending emails, trying to talk to someone, and you might not talk to anyone that day on that Monday or Tuesday. But in my role, I get involved with all of our salespeople and their customers, and talk to people, talk about the cars, which I love doing. I love people and I love cars, especially Mercedes-Benz. So it really fit my personality quite well, and I think the team here enjoys having a support from this position.
That go-to person.
Yeah.
So that leads me into my next question. What about the Mercedes-Benz brand? You said you've always been a fan. Obviously led you naturally to start out at a Mercedes-Benz dealership with your relationships, but even choosing Long Beach Mercedes-Benz. What about the car that you...
Well, first and foremost is the safety on the car. It is the safest car on the road, and it seems like every year they come out with a new model, whether it's a completely new redesign or if it's just a facelift, they change one thing. It just seems to be one of the nicest luxury cars on the road, and they've continued to do that since 1886 when they invented the motor wagon. So they have the most experience. It's not the best or nothing for no reason. They definitely know what they're doing when it comes to building luxury cars.
Right on.
I personally believe Mercedes-Benz is the safest vehicle on the road to this day. You have these national benchmarks for safety, right? And all the other brands are just going to try to meet that benchmark. Mercedes-Benz takes that and they go above and beyond it. So anytime a Mercedes-Benz in the U.S. or in the European market, if there's a car accident, something fatal where, sad stories, Mercedes-Benz has a team that will go out, study the accident. I mean, it's a full-on investigation team. They figured out, okay, what went wrong and what can we do to, better the technology in this vehicle or add new technology to the vehicle to prevent this from ever happening again. So, when you hear other brands are meeting those benchmarks, absolutely, that's great. We need to have those, but Mercedes-Benz is going to take it to the next step, and that's why I choose Mercedes-Benz every single time.
What is your favorite Mercedes-Benz model?
The new 2021 S-Class.
Yes.
It is the pinnacle of Mercedes-Benz. Every year it's the leader in performance, safety, luxury. I mean, just a smooth driving car. All the world leaders in the world drive that car.
So that's the goal.
That's the top of the line. Yeah, well, I'll be driving one of those once my student loans are paid off.
There you go. Priorities. What are you currently in?
I am in a Mercedes-Benz E350.
Very nice.
Which is our midsize sedan. I lease my cars, so I'm comfortable monthly payment.
Excellent.
Enjoy the heck out of that car.
What do you love
It's
most
smooth.
about driving that car?
It's so smooth and quiet. And in my neighborhood, there's some speed bumps going to my house. In my old Chevy S10 pickup truck that I used to drive, I would wobble, hit my head on the top of the cabin. In the E-Class, it's just smooth.
Right on.
Yeah, and you feel good driving a Mercedes too. Our customers even tell us that. I felt better going to work because I was getting into the best of the best.
There you go. And you said comfortable payment. I mean, a lot of people just aren't even aware. Like, I'm not even going to mentally go there in my mind to get that brand unless I've won the lottery or, came into a lot of money. So it's so interesting. I mean, how old are you?
I'm 25.
25 years old and driving a Mercedes-Benz E-Class, affordable, prepaid maintenance. Obviously, there's employee benefits, but it is just something to keep in mind for consumers as they go shopping and, consider a Mercedes-Benz.
Absolutely. A lot of people think, Mercedes-Benz, you're thinking $1,000, $1,500 car payment, but there's really programs for everyone, whether it's a new car you want to lease, You set up how many miles that you're driving. Most people know how many miles a year they're driving. You can set that up, and a lease is typically a lot less money down up front and a lot less monthly payment. So you can get into a brand new Mercedes-Benz, even if you're just a first-time car buyer. I was when I had my C-Class. And if a new car doesn't work for you, Mercedes-Benz, it's almost a different department with Mercedes-Benz, is the certified pre-owned. So, cars that, low miles, maybe a few years old, we can certify these cars. That gives it an extra warranty from Mercedes-Benz. So if anything breaks down or, God forbid something happens, you're not paying out of pocket. So,
Absolutely.
And those are relatively inexpensive too. Just comparable to other sedans and SUVs that are out there. So give it a try is what I'm saying.
Yes, absolutely. Just consider, go test drive. You'll be hooked then.
Oh, yeah.
But also just the maintenance. Like, oh, well, once I get one, even if it's a comfortable monthly payment, I still have to worry about, the maintenance and the oil changes. Well, what's so interesting about...
Mercedes-Benz will offer a prepaid maintenance package. And typically when you purchase your car, you're going to see the different programs you can do, 2, 3, 4-year maintenances. So on a Mercedes, you do a maintenance every 10,000 miles or every year. So if you're not driving a lot, but you've had the car for a year, you want to change the oils and the fluids inside the car so the car's running smooth. But Mercedes will package everything and give you an incentive to buy it up front, and it just goes on your monthly payment. So maybe your monthly payment's $500. It might go up to $525, and after a year of driving, you bring your car in. They do a service A with oil change, oil filter. They do a 180-degree inspection, make sure everything checks out, and you've already paid for it, so you don't owe us anything. Yeah,
absolutely. All right, and last question here: what makes Mercedes-Benz a special place? Why do you choose, to continue your career here? And I think your ultimate goal is to stay here for the duration of your career.
I don't plan on going anywhere. I hope to keep learning and enjoying the process now, and really climb the ladder, position by position. I literally, they say started from the bottom. Now I'm here. I started from the bottom, so I can appreciate
Awesome.
our detail team, our porters that help us move the lot around and keep the lot organized. I've done all that, so I can appreciate that from our team here. So eventually, hopefully, one day, run the whole store.
There you go.
Maybe even own a dealership myself. Who knows?
Very cool.
But why Mercedes-Benz? One, obviously, the product. But Mercedes-Benz of Stockton, I think our biggest strength is our culture. Everyone comes in, they're excited to go to work. We treat each other like family. If someone needs help, it's not, that's their problem. Everyone here, and including myself, will be happy to jump in and help one of their coworkers out. So you're not alone here. You're not, scrambling at the end of the month trying to make your paycheck. You have a lot of support here to help you kind of get through and take care of our families. So.
Yep, ownership management certainly puts the people first. And
absolutely.
You feel that, you see that.
Definitely. It starts at the top, too, with our owner, who I've known a long time, and our general manager. It really does start with them. They take care of us, so we have no choice but to take care of the customers.
Absolutely.
So that's really what we believe here. Take care of the people here, make sure it's a happy environment, and room for self-development, too. Everyone here has a chance to grow and get better and make more money to take care of their families.
Wonderful.
Absolutely.
What have you learned through your experience from upper management to help keep the team motivated, especially in these times with inventory challenges, COVID? I mean, it's certainly something the dealership has never been faced with.
Right. I think first off, I've been lucky enough to, be taken under the wing of Jason Briner and Ryan Skelly, our two sales managers here. So they've taught me a lot. And I think the biggest thing, as I'll circle back to, is creating a happy place for our employees here. Obviously, hard times right now with COVID-19. Inventory shortage. It's tough to get up in the morning and be excited to go to work and say, you know what, I'm going to sell 3 cars today. So just, having that attitude at a management level really trickles down to the whole team. So if I can show up to work, be happy, and be positive about the day and do everything we can do, I always tell them, let's try to be 1% better today, and tomorrow we'll try to be 1% better than yesterday. So if we can do that, keep a happy place. Right now, we can't control the inventory. We can't control the COVID. So the only thing we can't control is our attitude. Mm-hmm. And Jason and Ryan have definitely instilled that into me. And I think that's just from their years of experience. I mean, they haven't seen anything like this that we're seeing today, but they've been through a lot. So they know how to get through tough times. And I think
Happiness
that's the
is
biggest
key,
thing.
right?
Absolutely.
Do what you need to do
Yeah.
to stay happy. And gosh, coming to work and your career, if you can love what you do and have that passion, only success from there,
I
right?
agree completely. We have fun too. We'll play cornhole.
There we go.
Towards the later evenings of the day. If there's not a lot of action going on, we play some friendly cornhole and
Work hard, play hard.
team bonding. That's all it is. We take our guys out for dinner sometimes after a successful month, and we all get to kind of relax, drop your shoulders, take off the tie, eat some good food, maybe have some good wine. So it really is a family. We got to celebrate the wins, even if they're just little wins. So
Yeah,
I think we do a good job of doing that here.
absolutely do. Well, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you for having me.
Good luck climbing that ladder,
Yeah.
and it's been a joy working with you.
Absolutely.
I think people love your energy and smile, and keep it going.
Yep, I'm excited to continue. So thank you again for having me. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.